Man, y'all in tune with the Kuttah, straight out of Tampa, Florida, never and never enough. I just hopped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I've been waiting on this moment, now it's finally my time. Niggas hating on the youngin' cause he finally.
All right, so we got Da Kuttah off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling today, bro?
Man, I'm feeling great.
Yeah, man.
It's finna be a good year for me.
Okay, yeah. Well, welcome to Atlanta also, man. What else are you working on up here during this trip?
Sure. All I've been working on is just getting more connected with everybody, meet new artists that's up next just like me and just trying to globalize myself.
Okay, yeah. That's the place to be, man, for networking, that's for sure, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, 2021, man, how you feeling about this year?
Sure. I feel like I'm going to take it through the roof. I'm going to show people what real talent look like.
Yeah. All right, so talk to us about Tampa, man. What's life like down there right now?
Sure. All I do right now is just work, eat, work, travel, do what I got to do, applying pressure to this game.
Yeah. What part of the city you from?
I'm from everywhere in Tampa, really, but you feel me? Grew up in Palm River.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how would you describe your childhood growing up there?
Like it's like everybody life. You got ups and downs everywhere. Like life ain't easy. Nobody told you life was gonna be easy. Shit ain't granted. You take losses here, you take wins there. You feel me? But like mostly tell you like my life wasn't really easy. You feel me? Even though my mama did help me out a lot. If it wasn't by the grace of God, teach her how to love on me the right way, probably wouldn't even be this individual you see today.
I feel that, yeah. At what age would you say you jumped off the porch?
Sure, since I was 9.
9? Okay. What were you getting into when you were 9?
Everything. Shoot. And the first person who really started me off with all my troubles, you got Dante, Hatch, and you got Lil Galen. Lil Galen was like a brother though. Like, you live right next door to me. Jit used to be off the porch for real. Like, so much stuff we used to do, get in trouble. You feel me? But that's just life.
Yeah.
You're going to hit the wall a couple of times when you jump off the porch.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What was one of the biggest life lessons you had to learn in your life?
Shoot. Biggest life lesson, keep your circle tight. You feel me? One weak link inside the group will mess the whole game up. I had that happen too many times in my life.
Oh, really?
Put my trust in people, put my trust in the circle. Too many people want ins and outs. They half foot in, half foot out.
Real shit, man. What was one of the biggest obstacles you had to overcome in your life?
Shoot, the biggest obstacle, when my back was against the wall, around the same time I lost my homeboy Twine. I got shot 8 times and my daddy dying and watching my auntie Shay slowly die of cancer.
Oh, wow.
Those are the biggest, 3 back-to-back. That real deal put me through some stress.
Yeah. How'd you cope with all that?
Not easy. It went well, bro. I locked myself away from the world. And that's when I really started going ham and off the porch for real. Ended up moving to Miami for a good year. Seeing shit that I ain't never really seen down there in Tampa too.
Yeah. What'd you think of Miami?
Miami cool. They party city. But then you got the heart of the city. Like when I was living in Miami Gardens, it ain't no joke. Like they really live how they talk. Well, they don't talk. They just do. I'm gonna just say it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it really goes down there for sure.
Smallest gun I ever seen out there was a 4.5.
Damn. All right, so you started off playing the drums when you were 3?
Man, what? First thing I picked up was drumsticks. That and a baseball bat. I love baseball. I'm a Yankees fan.
How'd you become a Yankees fan?
Because I can tell you all the reasons why. I can even tell you the whole lineup for each teammate that I liked about the team, bro. Especially from 2007 all the way up.
Yeah.
Them boys was beasting. You had Robinson Cano, Curtis Granderson, my boy A-Rod, Derek Jeter, Mark Teixeira, Nick Swisher. Do I have to go on? Like,
You didn't fuck with the Rays?
hell nah.
Why not?
Them bitches was disappointing. Just like the Bucks. You feel me? They hurt my feelings when they got rid of the only black coach that helped them get to the NFL. And real deal, you know, you feel me? They won a Super Bowl with this dude. Then the next year they get rid of him.
Yep.
And that's when we started losing again. And the Rays, they can get to the World Series, but they can't close that bit. Like, it's just hurtful. I remember 2009, they lost to the Phillies.
Yep.
And then this year, they lost to who?
Dodgers, LA.
I'm trying to tell you. They just bad luck.
What do you think about the Bucks' chances this year, though? If they can win in Green Bay, they come home for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they come home for the Super Bowl. They got a good chance, but it's going to be a real hard-fought game. Because that boy from KC, he really established with his team. Like, they move as a team. He a young buck, too, and they let him take over.
Yeah,
Like, they let that boy take over and really did become a leader. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the truth down there, man.
Nah, the whole thing but the Bucks. I ain't no Bucks fan, but I'm a Tom Brady fan.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so after playing the drums, you started singing in the church?
Yes, sir.
How old were you then?
Man, I was about 6.
Okay.
My mama had a children's choir at my grandma and granddad's church.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just naturally gifted in my genes. The first people who really inspired me to sing, other than my mama, was my brother and sister. My brother Andre and my sister Terica, they can sing.
So your whole family can sing.
Yeah. Okay. Besides one. You know you always got that one egg that just can't do it.
Who's that? Who can't
My brother Reggie, man. That boy try to sing, but it just hurts your ears. Like, you remember that one scene out of Happy Feet? That bitch said, I heard an animal do it once. We rode him over, he was dead. That's what he sound like, man.
All right, so at what point did you start rapping?
Man, I started rapping when I was 9 to 10. My brother Reggie, now he was the reason why I started rapping. But I liked the music already, you feel me? He just made me want to venture out and try it because he was always freestyling and stuff. And that's what started me to real deal rap. And besides that, I liked a lot of artists, you feel me? I'm very open-minded to music. I like the lyrics. I don't like the person like that, you feel me? Okay. Unless they had a genuine aura about themselves that just reflects off their music, the way I can visualize who this person is.
Yeah. So who were you listening to?
Everybody, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne, you feel me? Tupac, Biggie, all of them, Outkast. I mean, NWA, all of them. I really did was one of them type of people just open-minded about music. Even Bruno Mars, Chris Brown, all the artists, I was listening to all of them. If they made good sound music, the way you can real deal visualize what they talking about, I was listening to them.
Yeah.
Especially when you talking about my boy Dr. Dre. Eminem used to paint pictures like a bit. And just with his pictures that he painted in your head, he'll put a crazy ass video out that'll really make a statement like, I'm sorry, mama. That song right there was a deep ass statement. Deep. Boy, you had him out there digging a graveyard and everything. Boy, I was like, damn, Eminem, you this depressed.
He was going through it back in the day.
I'm trying to tell you, boy, when he was going through that, he painted pictures for you. I'm trying to tell you. Which I ain't gonna lie, Dr. Dre helped him critique that a little bit too. Because he showed him the ropes, showed him how to do it. You feel me? When you make a statement, you make the statement the best way you can. You go big or go home. Mm-hmm. So when Eminem was the only white boy we respected in the game, that, did what he did. And talked about what he talked about. He went through some real lively shit.
Yeah. And you also make beats, right?
Yes, sir. I help make beats from time to time with my team.
Okay. How'd you learn that? Just self-taught or?
watching people. So you could say it's like self-taught, but yeah, watching.
Yeah. Were there any producers that you looked up to? You just mentioned Dr. Dre.
I looked up to Dr. Dre, but most likely all the other producers, you just stumbled across them. And then there's hidden producers that was literally doing music that you ain't even know did the producing work too.
Mm-hmm. So when did you start to take it serious and figure out, man, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life and not play baseball?
I ain't even gonna lie. I was battling that for years, straddling the fence with music and, playing baseball. My mama, she didn't want me doing music. She always wanted me to stay in the baseball and everything else. But I started taking it serious, like, once I went through all them turmoil, especially, like, when I started losing people, it was the best way to express myself. It was the best way to literally bring therapy to myself, to rebuild. Instead of looking at my losses as a loss, it taught me how to grieve with the losses and turn it into something beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Do you write your music or do you just freestyle and punch in?
Both.
Okay.
Like, I can write a hook, but majority of my songs, they freestyle. Because I feel like if you really live through what you live through, you shouldn't have to write about it. You can talk about it with no problem.
Yeah. How'd you get the name Da Kuttah?
I got that from being a street nigga and from being, me. And always cutting up on every track too.
Okay. All right, so how do you feel when people try and compare you to Rod Wave, man, or your music to Rod Wave?
I don't even get mad about it. Before it used to have a little problem with it. But now I just tell them, like, I'm gonna be great. That's all you telling me. Every time y'all mention me in the same conversation with somebody that already made it, that's already bigger than me, that means I'm gonna be big like him or be better than him.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still up to me who I decide who I am. Like that song by NBA Youngboy, I'm all who you say I am. Well, besides them telling me who I am, I know who I am deep down inside. That's why I don't let it faze me. I keep pushing. I keep making my music, keep doing what I'm doing. Show people the difference between me and him, and, you feel me, separate that difference so he can still have his lane and I have mine.
Mm-hmm. So your music always sounded like that, right? And when you hear in your voice, like, this is just how you sound, you know what I'm saying?
Like, for real, some people don't realize that. It's just how I sound. I can't change how I sound. You know how many times when it first started, like, before I even got with my team, this was way before I got with my team, people used to compare us all the time. I used to get stopped everywhere because people thought I was him and they thought he was me. Like, it was just aggravating. You feel me? Yeah. But like I said, they compared me to the right person because he already made it. Shoot, I'm up next. Matter of fact, forget next, I'm up right now.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Do you want to talk about this IG Live argument with Roboy?
That is because I know the person. I know Roboy. Personally know this dude. The only reason why we had a whole argument is because when I first real deal realized who Roboy was a few years back, I forgot he lived in, down there in Tampa in the same area as my family did. We was in a trip up here. And that's when he knew I was rapping and singing. This was way back in 2015. We was on a college program coming up here to Tallahassee to go to FAMU. I used to out-rap everybody on the bus. Used to out-sing everybody on the bus. Like, people genuinely just hated me because I was multi-talented. You feel me? So that's where it all came from. The reason why I was mad at arguing with him, because I'm like, bro, you know me. For you to know me and disrespect me and act like you never heard me sound like this, like, you green, you creep. It's like, before I even became a threat in the music industry, we was cool. He ain't had no problem with me. He was posting me. He was doing everything. He wasn't even clowning me. None of that. I guess that's what happened. You sign a deal and some people just sign their life away and go to trips. Me, I ain't gonna change. Money don't change me. Fame don't change me. All I want to do is just take care of my family anyway. I don't even want the money like that with the fame.
Yeah.
Just want to have them, you know, have something to live on with, especially when I'm gone. Leave my legacy, leave them something behind, you know, so they ain't got to keep striving and getting it out the mud. You feel me? Because I know what it feel like. Even when there was a point in time in life, I was at the lowest of my low. I was living on the street, had to real deal find my grind, had to find my way back to what life really is and what it means.
I feel that, bro. So what's your thoughts on the rap game right now?
My thoughts about the rap game, anybody that's trying to get in the rap game right now, all it takes is hard work, dedication, and being persistent. And you'll make it regardless, because your persistence is going to put you over the level of just being a regular artist. You keep showing them that you're never going to give up on yourself. They're going to see the hunger and they're going to reflect off of it. And that's the reason why I'm here today, because I could have gave up 5 years ago. I could have listened to everybody who told me to stop rapping. Could have listened to all the downsides of me doing music. Even when I first got my team and people was comparing me to Rod Wave and we taking all the heat for it. You feel me? I could have gave up. But when you know who you are and you know what you can do, you don't listen to nobody. You don't let nobody doubt you. You don't let nobody take what you got from you. And you keep pushing. You stay motivated and you motivate yourself. You don't need nobody else to pat you on the back.
I feel that, yeah. So what's the music scene like in Tampa right now?
Right now we lit. Like everybody in my city, there are so many underrated rappers that really don't even get a chance. They might start getting a chance now, but man, we got so much talent in Florida in general. Like if we ever came together and stopped being on that green shit and hating on each other, we'll be big. Our city will be way bigger. Like people don't realize everybody come to Florida, especially Tampa area. Everybody come to Florida. The best music comes out of Florida. Nobody want to admit that though, but the best music, matter of fact, even Kanye West came down here when he first started just so he can learn how to use all the different loops and everything to make his beats. We bring inspiration to the game because we really live how we talking.
Yeah. Would you say most of the artists down there are supportive of each other, or is it more of a competition?
The hardest thing, yeah, the support. The support system crazy. They'd rather support somebody outside their city than the little ones that's in the city until they blow. If we start supporting our own team, our home team at that, forget our own team, our home team at that, support all the young artists that's under us that you know got the star power, that's hungry, that's gonna get there before it's too late, and then they find their own way on their own, we'll be way bigger.
Yeah. Have you been booked for any shows down there for Super Bowl? Because I've seen a few Tampa artists
booked up.
Yeah.
I'm booked up. Like it took all the way to this year for people to start real deal taking initiative. Like I got show after show. After this week, I get 1 week of downtime. The rest, I'm gonna go.
There you go. Yeah, because all the clubs are open in Tampa too, man.
Man, what?
All right, you got a bunch of new videos out, man. Let's start with Mental Flight. What can you tell us about this song?
Man, I made that song 3 years ago. I made that when I was going through a lot of depression, and I was watching my brother slowly just like take drugs to try to ease his pain, to ease his mind. So when I say little Brody off them perkies, that was real, because he really did got tired of his heart hurting. The one person I talk about in a lot of my songs is my brothers. You feel me? And then my cousin Dante, they don't know that's my cousin that I talk about in my song. That's my little cousin. Dante, Hatch is his homeboy. Only reason I took Hatch on, because them two, since Jits, they was always together, like Bonnie and Clyde type shit. They ride together. You feel me? But other than that, like, man, I talked about that song deeply. because it's a lot of shit that really went through in my life, going through so much. Like, even the part when I broke down, when I lost Mona to the streets, my heart spiraled out of control, that was real. My homegirl lost her life to another nigga doing what he did, doing his dirt. And she got killed in the midst of it. Like, and then my homeboy Loco J, that's real too. He's still locked up right now fighting off his case. You feel me? Everything I talk about in every song reflects my life. I don't talk about nothing that is outside of my life. Like I said, Granny on her knees, my grandma's still praying for me. Every time I get on the road, my mama and my grandma are praying for me. So much devilish stuff that's going on right now. They just pray I be safe and pray that I keep my mindset. Because, you know, going through all this crazy stuff like right now, you'll lose your mind. Like, even before I got up here, 3 days ago, I just lost my homeboy.
Sure.
And I just dealt with dang near a similar thing last year in January. I lost my homeboy Swipe from putting one in his brain. Like, I go through a lot of depression. But I don't let that stop me. I just let it mold me and drive me, fuel me, and push me. You know, I'm going to go hard for them. I'm going to make sure they death wasn't in vain.
Yeah, got to, man. Keep their name alive.
Yeah, man.
What about Head in the Sky?
That song, man, oh, man, Head in the Sky. That's just talking about where I had all the adversities I had to beat to get to where I was at. And even then, I still can't trust nobody. That's why I said, even with your back against the wall, you see who really down the ride. Like, you see everything clear when nobody else got your back but you. And you just watching it from a different point of view, and you watching how everybody move around you. You watching people trying to make moves on you, people trying to make moves around you. Like, everybody want a piece of your plate. Everybody. And none of them want to put in the work. They don't want to put in no work to get the way you at, but they want a piece of your plate. And it's like crazy, like, damn, I can't really trust nobody like that. Y'all making me somewhat heartless.
Yeah. How's the feedback been on the new project so far?
It's been great.
Yeah.
Got a couple of DJs out there in New York City that love my EP. Told me when I get up there, they finna have me in rotation.
Okay.
Even out there in St. Louis, got a DJ out there finna put me in rotation.
Yeah. What song are they gonna push for you, do you know?
RNS, Real Nigga Season is one of them. Besides that, Mentally Fly Away, Head in the Clouds, some of them like that too.
Okay.
What other song is on there that's hard like that? Well, those club songs. Now, the one song that mostly get played off of mine is Street School. Especially on Apple Music, people love that song. Which that was a true statement in that song, man. Like, for me breaking down from the beginning. Talking about my pops told me he'll never leave me. Lied to my face, you feel me? Everybody done been in that point, especially if you really from the streets and you really did grow up like that in that environment. Pops went home, mama had to struggle to get it, and you had to raise yourself.
Real shit, yeah. Do you know what video you plan to shoot next?
Street School.
Okay.
And then I got another video that's coming up with that boy Gunu out there in D.C. Yeah, man, we finna drop that. It's called Don't Mean It.
That's gonna be hard right there.
Trust me, you don't even know how big or dumb.
All right, so Never End, Never Enough. Is this your label or is this who you signed to?
This my team.
Okay.
This our label.
Gotcha.
We don't put no man lower than the other. We all on the same level.
Yeah. How'd you link up with the team?
They found me.
Okay.
Even though it was a family thing, too. Like, it's all in one family, and, you know, they didn't know who I was at first because I'm a ghost to a lot of people, especially when I tried to leave the street shit alone. I became a ghost. I isolated myself from around people. So when he realized who I was, he took me off of family face and then realized like it's deeper than this.
Any other artists on there, or is it just you?
We got 6 artists.
Oh shit! There you go.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the grind that comes with being an independent artist too.
Man, that grind crazy. I still grind like I'm broke. Like Meek Mill said, man, I grind every day. That's one thing, like if you ever ask anybody on my team, no matter what flaws I got, they'll tell you me being in that studio, nah, you can't take me out the studio. Like I'm always in that bit working. Like I got folders after folders after folders filled. Just like with my last interview, I told him, man, I got albums in the book already. I'm working on another one right now, and I'm done with the 4th one already.
What's some of your goals for this year, 2021?
My main goal this year is literally to make it to the top of the game, one way or another. Either it's beginning of this year or the end of this year. I want to be on XXL by the beginning of next year. Probably might be on that bit before the end of this year. Especially because I got the grind for it.
Yeah. How many projects do you think you'll drop this year? You already got one.
I can't estimate that, 'cause I work too fast and hard.
Do your team trying to be telling you that?
I can't estimate that. Shoot, we just gonna have to see. 'Cause I got a lot of music.
Who are some of the producers you've been cooking up with lately?
Beat makers. Man, I got a 17-year-old out there in Orlando. Like, I put 4 of the most talented out the box thinking beat makers together. Because I know they're going to produce something that's going to separate the game. It's going to bring a whole change to it. And it's going to real deal mentally mess y'all head up. Like, my 3rd EP, nasty. When I mean nasty, it's going to probably put me on the map. Like, for real, for real. I got my boy Austin. I got E-Man, my homeboy Christianity, and one more last beat maker named Timmy, out there from Louisiana. Now, he's the OG of them, because he older than all of them in the group. You feel me? He about, dang near almost 40. Nasty with the keys, too. Like, that dude go hard. He sent me beats. Even sometimes he sent them to me for free. Just because off the love and realizing that I'm hungry. I got to drive. Every time he send me a beat, the same day I'm done with it. Like, I'm being dead serious. I don't care how long I sit there and feel the beat around. Like, you can ask my boy back there. I sit in the studio for a minute trying to think of a topic, and then sooner or later I just fire my way through it. Just go to deciphering the beat.
All right. Any shout outs before we wrap it up?
Man, shout out to Never and Never Enough. Shout out to all my teammates. Can Head, M4, EBK Quan, Rex, Mel Mixed It, Pooh Slane. All them, man. Even my boy Fat Beezy. You feel me? I give a shout out to all them boys, man.
I've been waiting on this moment, now it's finally my time. Niggas hating on the youngin' cause he finally on his grind.